When I was growing up, we had these little records that were 45s. I guess they'd spin at 45 RPMs or whatever it was called. And they were real small. And you'd go out and they would be the popular singles of the day. Every time you went into a record store, you'd see all these labels there in the 70s. And if you really were excited about a single and you didn't want to buy the whole album, you'd just buy the single. Now, on the back side, on the flip side, there was always a song that was never any good. Sometimes they were good, but rarely was it ever any good. You turn it over and listen to that side, and you think, is this the same group? What were they thinking when they wrote this, when they recorded it? Did they ever think it was good? But the one side was good. Everybody liked to hear that side. And a lot of people treat the gospel that way. Everybody likes to hear the good stuff. You were all going to heaven. Jesus died for you. God's got a plan for your life. There's some good stuff that we all like to hear. But then you flip it over, like Paul's doing now, and you hear the very confronting stuff about the wrath of God, about the guilt of man, about the unrighteousness of man that makes every one of us lost apart from what God did in sending his Son. And we don't really like that. There are parts of towns we don't like to drive in. When I was in Kansas City, I used to go downtown once a month and preach at the rescue mission. And the people I looked at the rescue mission and the people I looked at on Sunday mornings were two different kinds of people. If I wanted my world, I would want it to be the Sunday morning type world. Those people looked like they had enough to get along, looked like they had their families together. But you go down the rescue mission, you look into dead, sunken eyes. You don't even want to think the world's like that. There's good news and there's bad news. Paul opens the doorway into Skid Row. And he shows us that they're not just there, we're there. Without Christ, every one of us finds ourselves right there.